The initial objective of a national nonprofit organization was to bring the joy of Christmas to America's needy children. Over 70 years later, members of the United States Marine Corps are still distributing those toys as Christmas gifts to needy children in the community. The story of how Toys for Tots and how you can help them is coming up on Polk Place. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm Brian Lacey, and joining me in studio is David Waller. David is the coordinator for the United States Marine Corps Reserves Toys for Tots program of Polk County. Welcome back.
Glad to be here.
Yeah,
good seeing you.
Yeah, good to see you again. I used to see you a little bit on Crime Stoppers, but you don't come see us anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah, now it's just once a year, Toys for Tots.
It's that time of year. We're getting close to helping out the underprivileged children of the county. We've actually been going since late October.
Wow. So for those that might not know what Toys for Tots is, let's talk a little bit about the history of it. How did it get started?
Back in 1947, Major with the Marine Corps, Bill Hendricks, was out in the California area, and he came to his wife and he said, there's underprivileged children in our community that need help at Christmas. So they started a toy drive. His wife actually handmade a Raggedy Ann doll, which is one of our logos or our models that we use today. And they raised toys. Back then they could use used toys, new toys, what have you, and they donated toys to approximately 5,000 families that year. And it continued to grow. And later, the Marine Corps took it over as part of their Marine Corps Reserve projects. Major Hendricks retired, and he went to work out in the movie theaters industry out in California, and he became friends with an individual known as Walt Disney. And Walt Disney himself actually designed our train logo, the Toys for Tots train, that is our trademark logo today. It grew, it continued to grow with the Marine Corps, and at some point they stopped doing the used toys and they went to all new unwrapped toys. Mm-hmm. So here we are in 2020, and we're growing every year, and we're helping more and more underprivileged children all over the country.
How did you get involved with Toys for Tots? Was it during your service or was it after?
I had retired from law enforcement in 2012, and I'd had a business that I started and I sold it, and then I was, quite honestly, I was getting a little bored, and an opportunity came up. I saw an article in the paper where they needed some other people to take over, and I contacted them. Mr. George Overstreet, who's 91 years old, has been with this program for many, many years, and I had an interview with George, and there it went. And that was in 2016. I came on as the coordinator for Polk County in 2017.
So talk to me a little bit about what it takes to put this on under normal circumstances, and then let's talk about what you've been dealing with for the last year, because for you, this isn't just, December, this is where we are. This is, a lot of preparation, a lot of FaceTime with people and coordinating. So let's talk about what it takes doing it non-COVID and now COVID.
Well, the program formerly had worked with all the schools. The schools around the county had counselors who knew who the underprivileged children were. The schools would send in a list of the children, their names, what the children liked. The volunteers at the warehouse fill the orders from the donated toys and toys that we purchase. Mm-hmm. And then these bags of toys would go back to the schools. The schools would get them out to the parents before Christmas. 3 years ago, we changed that, and we now have all the parents and nonprofits apply online. And they, again, the number of children, the interest of the children. The families have to be receiving some kind of public assistance, food stamps, SNAP, Medicaid, and they have to be able to prove that. And we have a warehouse. This year our warehouse is over in Auburndale. It's a donated 15,000 square feet warehouse. We have Our trailers with our supplies and toys that had come in after last year's campaign are taken to that warehouse in late October. It's set up just like a toy store. We got tables and we got dolls and we got bikes and we got things like this that are continue to be donated. And the shoppers go with a shopping cart and they shop for the families and take it to a bagging area and we bag it. So those then go to a distribution spot around the county. This year we have 10 spots around Polk County, and the families receive emails and tell them where they're going to need to go on December 12th this year to pick up their toys for their families. Nonprofits, we give them their toys in bulk. We will supply up to 150 children per nonprofit, and they will receive their toys in bulk after the family distribution's over with.
Let's talk sheer numbers, what you've dealt with over the last, because I saw 2 years, 2018, and I saw 2019, always an increase. Let's talk numbers.
The last year, in 2019, we supplied toys to 14,248 children, over 4,000 families and nonprofits. That was an increase of roughly 2,000 from the previous year. This year, we expect an increase. We have actually, because of COVID issues, we've actually had a few nonprofits that, for their own reasons, are not going to participate. So we may have a decline in our nonprofits. But right now, we think we're at the range where we're going to exceed last year's, and I think that we will be able to accomplish that this year. Some of our volunteers our longtime volunteers that have come in to support the program, for various reasons, age, COVID issues, have decided not to come into the warehouse to work, and we understand that. I've given them stuff to do at home.
Yeah.
Make some tags up, whatever we can do to keep them occupied, to make them feel a part of the program.
As you mentioned, one way was to volunteer with you. The life's blood of many nonprofits, but the way that you guys work is through the generosity of the community members. Talk about how folks can help you achieve your goal and what they can do and where they can find out more information.
Well, we have a website, polkcounty-fl.toysfortots.org, and on the website they can go learn how to volunteer and sign up to volunteer, and then they will get in our email rotation. We have our warehouse that's over in Auburndale that's up and operational, where people come over and they shop for toys. We need men to help bag toys and then put them in certain areas. Then on the distribution week, I call it the week, starting on about Wednesday, which will be, I think, the 10th, these bags will be loaded up in trucks and moved out to these locations, and we need help at those locations, unloading the bags, arranging the bags in alphabetical order. And the big day is the 12th, when the families come to all these locations. We'll have upwards of 250 volunteers working that day alone in various functions, checking people's ID, getting bags, helping the people put their bags in their cars, what have you, loading the bags back up that don't get picked up. Unfortunately, that does happen, and they get taken back to the warehouse, and then the families have an opportunity to come to our warehouse to pick up the bags before Christmas.
Let's talk how folks can help out, whether it be cutting a check or dropping off toys. What are some of the things that they can do from that standpoint if they can't volunteer?
Well, we have drop boxes all over Polk County, roughly 450 of them. And they're available on our website, again, polkcounty-fl.toysfortots, ways to donate, and it'll have the drop box locations. By city, by zip code, they can search it however they want. New unwrapped toys. Also, we can take monetary donations. They can mail us a check or they can donate online. Our information, our contact information is all online. Every penny that gets donated to our campaign gets spent to support our campaign. Whether it's buying toys, what have you, it's spent here for Polk County. It doesn't go to pay a foundation fee or salaries or things like that. Everybody is an unpaid volunteer here.
Given the current state of affairs, COVID, unemployment rate, talk about the need for the Toys for Tots program this year more so than ever.
With the COVID and with the families out of work, the economic conditions that we're all facing in all of our communities, there's a tremendous need to support these families. Can we give a toy to a child to occupy that child so the parents can maybe deal with what they're having to deal with to support that family, be it trying to find work or whatever they have to do around the house? There are 820 Toys for Tots campaigns around the United States. We're one of them. And all campaigns are facing the same problems, trying to help the underprivileged children in their communities.
Well, David, I want to thank you for coming in today. It's an incredible thing that you do for the community, but most of all for the children. Come back and see us again, will you please?
Thank you. And it is because of the volunteers, and it is because of the support of the Polk County community that makes this program the success that it is.
The Marine Corps Reserve Polk County Toys for Tots program provides new unwrapped toys to the needy children of Polk County, targeting children ages 1 to 13. In 2019, the program served over 14,248 children. The Polk County Toys for Tots program utilizes an online application and eligibility verification process to ensure that families qualify for the toys. The Toys for Tots program also works with civic organizations in selecting meeting families. Toys will be distributed December 12th. Now, if you need more information on how you can make a difference this holiday season, give Toys for Tots a call at 863-292-8687 or look them up on the web at www.polkcounty-fl.toysfortots.org.